The Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing, made its return to the West Coast for Round 8 of the 50th anniversary season with its annual visit to the Pacific Northwest. The scenic surroundings of WASHOUGAL MX Park featured perfect temperatures and mostly cloudy skies at the motorsport.com WASHOUGAL National, presented by Peterson Cat, where the highly technical track layout resulted in an exciting battle for victory across both divisions. Hello, today we are welcome to Motocross Update channel once again. Channel that will collect various stories of the motocross industry to tell your friends. Moto 1. The opening 450 class moto began with Red Bull KTM Factory Racing's Ryan Dungey and Sexton side by side exiting the first turn, where Dungey emerged with the motorsport.com hole shot. Sexton was able to solidify a hold of the lead in the next turn and looked to sprint away as Dungey then battled with Tomac for second. Dungey continued his pursuit of the lead but suddenly experienced an issue with his KTM that ultimately ended his moto. That misfortune allowed Tomac to assume second and give pursuit to Sexton, while Team Honda HRC's Ken Roczen took over third, nearly 10 seconds. As the moto passed the 10-minute mark, the battle for the lead was on. Tomac appeared to have the faster pace, but found difficulty in trying to complete a pass. The Yamaha rider continued to keep the pressure on his Honda rival and made his way by with a savvy move just before the halfway point. Once out front, Tomac quickly built a multi-second advantage over Sexton. The closing 10 minutes saw Sexton claw his way back into the fight as he lowered the deficit to less than a second. Behind them, Monster Energy Kawasaki's Jason Anderson closed in on Roczen for a battle for third. Back out front, Tomac and Sexton reignited their battle for the final 5 minutes. With 3 minutes to go, Tomac's front tire got stuck in a rut and caused him to tip over. Sexton's close pursuit caused him to run into Tomac and also tip over. The two riders then raced to pick up their bike, restart it, and resume. Tomac got going first, with Sexton getting back underway moments later. As they returned to race pace, the distance between them remained the same, while their 30-second gap over the rest of the field dropped to just under 20 seconds. Sexton made one more late push with 2 laps to go and was able to nearly get alongside Tomac, but the point leader fended him off and dug deep on the final lap to keep the Honda at bay. Tomac held on for his 8th straight moto win, 1.1 seconds ahead of Sexton. Anderson made the pass on Roczen for third, while Troy Lee Design's Red Bull Gasgas Factory Racing's Justin Barta finished 5th. Moto 2. The second and deciding moto began with Sexton and Tomac leading the way, with the motorsport.com hole shot going to the Honda rider. As the lead duo began their fight for the top spot, Anderson and Red Bull KTM Factory Racing's Aaron Plessinger engaged in a battle for third. A torrid pace on the opening laps allowed Sexton to inch away and open a lead of more than a second, while Anderson asserted his control of third and closed in to make it a 3-rider breakaway. Sexton continued to add to his lead and pulled out nearly 2 seconds clear of Tomac through the first 10 minutes of the moto. However, as soon as Sexton appeared to have the upper hand, Tomac responded and closed to within bike lengths of the lead. With their battle, Sexton and Tomac easily left Anderson behind in third. The excitement ramped up again at the halfway point of the moto. Tomac appeared to have the faster pace and started to look for a way around, but Sexton countered and inched away once more as they navigated lapped riders. The lead stabilized to more than a second for Sexton approaching the final 10 minutes, but Tomac found the pace to get back within bike lengths. Sexton's continued defense of every one of Tomac's advances turned the closing minutes into a chess match. The Yamaha rider continued to drop back and mount charges, but was unable to find enough momentum to make a move. The lead was about as big as it had been to start the final 2 laps and continued to grow from there. Sexton put the finishing touches on his performance with his fastest lap of the moto on the second-to-last lap. He pulled away on the final lap and took his 4th moto win of the season by 8.4 seconds over Tomac, who saw his streak come to an end. Anderson finished in a dist. Overall, by virtue of their identical moto scores, Sexton and Tomac finished tied atop the overall classification, but the second moto tiebreaker went to Sexton for his 2nd victory of the season and the 4th of his career. He also successfully defended his WASHOUGAL victory from the 2021 season. The winning performance ended Tomac's win streak at 4, but also extended Sexton's perfect podium record this season. Anderson's consistent effort landed him 3rd overall. How are you? What are your thoughts on the clip? If you like it, please press like, press share, press subscribe. Please encourage each other and see you again in the next clip. Hello.